All right, so I'm gonna try to go over this pretty quick. It's a fairly light bag. I think maybe, haven't weighed it, but 10 pounds. And that's without that bottle being filled with water. So right on the outside, you can see that MTech blade. And I'll try to leave a link in the description for some of this stuff, but here's a blade that's really budget that I haven't had any issues with for say a 72-hour bag slash mini bug out bag, whatever you want to call it, a get to where you're going bag from some sort of emergency. That knife should easily carry you a few days. There's no problems with that. And the sheath is pretty cool. I got it mollied onto the back of this cheap $15 Walmart bag. Like, it's not that bad. It's fairly comfortable. It's pretty small. I don't think you necessarily need a massive bag to get you to where you're going. It's just going to slow you down depending on what. There is nothing firearms related inside this bag. So what about mags? What about this? That's a whole different thing. Anyways, I've got a ferro rod. That's one of those Swiss ones. I can't remember the name of it. That one's brand new. Why not throw it in there? I thought that was something that needed to be done. This front, and that is my container and metal bottle, and usually I end up, well, I think I was clipping it to this one so it doesn't bang around, just in case you needed a carabiner for something. All right, this top little pocket, Band-Aid, antibiotic, a couple Ranger bands there, a little bit of Paracord, tape, cheap lighters from the Dollar Tree, tie wire from the Dollar Tree, which, I mean, that stuff seems to work. Maybe I just leave most of this stuff sitting out so it's quicker. And the big pocket, jute twine, Uco Storm matches, flashlight. This is the flashlight that Uco flashlight that has the plasma. Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. And it is USB chargeable. You open that up and plug the USB into it. It's pretty cool. Use your little solar panel if you wanted to recharge it or something. That thing works pretty good. Yeah, you can see it works. Here we have one of the survival blankets, some wet fire starter. I don't remember everything I put in here. A cheap little sharpener, fine and coarse. This was one of those saws. I don't know if anybody's seen this. I did a video on it. This thing cuts really good, believe it or not. It's got handles on it. It's like a chainsaw, basically. If I pull this thing out, it's gonna be a mess everywhere. It's gonna take me forever to put it back together, but it's got two handles on it. Very compact, works really good, believe it or not. I will try to remember to throw a link in this video for everything I could find, and it does come with a ferro rod, which was just bonus. I wasn't buying it for that, but so there's a little bit of redundancy as far as fire. This was another rain poncho. Got the emergency blanket, little rain poncho. Another lighter. I've got this mini little wannabe first aid kit. It's just a boo-boo thing. It's like anti-itch, bee sting. It's got Band-Aids and stuff in it. And then I do have a little pile of this. I don't think in this bag I put any granola bars yet. But I got like the, I like those garlic and herb, the tuna packets. Got a few of them. Remember, this is just to get me to where I'm going for the most part. Sometimes I'll leave it in my vehicle, but I already have a get-home bag. So it's kind of, I don't know. These two I just threw in there recently. A couple more, like the painter's tarps or whatever. Don't know if I'm going to leave them in there. I just went to the Dollar Tree the other day, and I was like, oh, throw two in there. Why not? And, yeah, I don't know if they'll stay in there or not, but here's one of those tent flies. This is one of the, I believe it was Gore-Tex, but that's for some sort of cover and if it's going to take you too long to walk to where you're going to go. And I did throw one of the newer ponchos that I did get, and it's getting about that time. I think it's supposed to snow this weekend here. but that's a smaller poncho than my Fire poncho, and the Fire poncho is in my get home bag. So here's just one more bigger, thicker poncho if I thought I might need it. In this bag too, I don't have socks, but I do keep a brand new package of socks in my vehicle. Here is one of the 550 Paracords. This is a UST, believe it is not actually 550. I think the strength was like 100 something, but I threw it in there to have a little bit of additional cordage. That is real paracord right there, but not a lot. There's that emergency tent. Got a couple of those. That's just pretty cool. Another piece of shelter, I guess. This was that paracord. This has several different strands in it. It's got a like a tinder inside of it. This stuff was a little bit more expensive. I think it has fishing line and a wire in it. So it gives you a couple options, and that's outside of the 7-strand, and it's still not that fat. Still about the regular size of paracord. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm like, why not throw it in there? So a couple different ways to make shelter and stuff in there too, and I think that's about it, besides the 3 bottles of water ready to go in that back part. So pretty basic, nothing extreme. Haven't even put anything on this other side. I don't think I need another container. Don't really know what I'll do with that, but it is also good to have a little bit of additional space in case you come across something that you could throw in. I actually bought 2 of these bags. I have another bag that's brand new. I mean, 15 bucks, and it doesn't look too crazy. I don't want to say gray man or anything like that, but it's, if you were just taking off and walking around, I don't think too many people would be like, what the hell's going on there? But it's small. It's really small. And that other brand new bag that I did, this one I started putting stuff in. The other one I didn't do anything with. I'm probably going to save that bag and actually throw it in a bigger bag. That way, if I needed an additional bag for some sort of space or something like that, or to throw to a friend, even though there's nothing in it, we could still store stuff in it as we go somewhere if we had to. But this is basically a mini bug out bag that should carry. I mean, I should have the granola bars in there. I do not have probably enough food for 72 hours. I'd be really hungry right now with just 3 of those tuna packets and 3 bottles of water. So, what else is down there? Oh, the other sharpener that I didn't know that was in there, but that's the Sharpal. That thing works pretty good. And that thing I think had a ferro rod on it too. Yeah, ferro rod. This thing's pretty cool. I did a video on that. You can go check that thing out. It's pretty cool. It worked really good. But that's besides the point. Anyways, a little bit more food would probably do me better. I have to break down another box of granola bars, and that should definitely help out. Threw 10 granola bars in there or something like that. Enough to just keep you going. Something you can eat. You don't have to stop. You don't have to cook, anything like that. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I usually get good and bad results of, oh man, why don't you have this or why don't you have that? Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. This was actually pretty budget, I think, for the most part. I think that tent fly was probably one of the more expensive things in there, but you could switch it up. Make one for yourself that's going to suit your situation. Like, I don't have any little kids, so I don't need any extra little whatever they might need. Maybe they need fruit snacks or something to keep them going instead of granola bars. Maybe you'll need more water bottles than I do. I thought I had a Sawyer Mini in this one, maybe. Like I said, I threw this thing together and like threw it off to the side, but I've been playing with it a lot lately since I left this blade on there. I've been throwing it in and out of the vehicle and everything, so I could use that blade a little bit more still, which I've had no problems with. It's done everything pretty well. But cater your stuff to yourself. It's never gonna be exactly the same for each person, and this is just one bag I could grab and I could go with. Doesn't mean I don't have other bags. I always keep my get home bag in the vehicle. I think I did a video on the get home bag. You can go back and check out. Real basic, just get you home. I mean, it's from my job. I think I'm 18 miles, something like that. I think there was only 3 water bottles in that one also. That one does have granola bars, has, you know, a few other things in it too, but it's a little different too. It doesn't have a regular kind of a shelter, because I'm thinking I'm probably walking that at 3 miles an hour. You know, it's not going to take me 10 hours unless I really had some crazy issues. Leave an extra pair of boots in your car, leave an extra thing of socks in your car. They don't actually have to go into a pack, but if you have them right there available to you. Some packs I do have, like my winter pack, I keep extra winter socks in. Socks are big for me once the feet get wet or something like that. I got to change stuff out. It'll drive you nuts, and it's overall probably just a good idea to have additional clothing of some type altogether. I keep extra hoodies in there. I've got bibs in there, winter bibs and stuff, especially this time of the year. It's starting to get cold. I know it went down to 30 degrees. It doesn't seem like much, but you can get pretty cold in the cold temperatures, and not too cold temperatures, I should say too. People could still get like hypothermia and stuff like that. Yeah, so pretty basic. Just one pack done. I set up several packs, and each one of them seemed to be a little bit different, but they all kind of basically have your 5 C's and then some. I know people talk 10 C's. Most of them have some sort of redundancy, especially with fire, especially with cordage. A container at least. Cutting tools, at least one. A lot of times I'll put a medium or larger size knife with a smaller knife. So if I was gonna go, what else do I got sitting up here? Because I was doing some other videos. Like a large Schrade and then like a small Schrade, so I'd have 2 different setups. This is more of like an EDC kind of thing, or maybe a get home thing, and this is like a survival knife. So mix and match however you want. Have fun with it. It shouldn't be so serious. It shouldn't be such a problem like, no, I don't have a, it shouldn't be like that. Nobody's gonna be perfect. Nothing's perfect, no matter how hard we try. And that was a big struggle with me for a little while. Like, I need to make sure I got everything like covered. So like every single pack I wanted to be like an inch bag. Like, I'm never coming home. Try to pick that up. And tell me also that you're never gonna come home. I've got bags that have, some that have a lot of stuff. The weight gets a little bit too much. Like, we were hiking around last year and I was using a 50-pound bag. It's not an inch bag though. It didn't have enough in it that I would not want to come home. I mean, these are worst case scenarios. You never want to have to deal with this. Let me know what you think. First time here, give us a subscribe if you would, a thumbs up. But let me know, like what was I missing? I like the constructive criticism. Trolls are fun. Like, what are you, stupid, man? You're gonna be sleeping half the time. You need to put a whole sleep system in this little... Not for a 10-hour walk or less. I'm gonna be walking, most likely. I'm gonna need some sort of fuel, so I do need to put granola bars in here, because that's what I choose, because I can just open them up and eat them as I go. I mean, it's just quick and easy. Doing the same thing, rip the top off, mash it, you can throw it down your throat. But if I had to, I mean, I would probably not. I mean, I'm trying not to spend the night anywhere with this pack. I mean, it's just not, it wouldn't be fun at all. I'm trying to like hoof it and make it. Have you ever done a 10-hour hike? So get ready, get in shape, do what you can, and have fun with it. So hit me up in the comment section. I'll be looking forward to it. Have a great day.